در خود ایران ما بیش از 3000 نوع غذای شناخته شده داریم. 2800 تا غذای نشناخته.
In order to make up for our body's deficiencies, we reach for food so that we can balance our mental wellness, a choice which is not so easy.
افرادی که خب گوشت قرمز زیاد میخورن به مرور میتونن تندخوتر باشن.
برعکسش خوردن سبزیجات افراد میتونه صبورتر، آرومتر، مهربونتر بکنه.
The food we like exactly makes up for the very deficiency that is in our body or in our soul, but this is only one side of the coin.
وقتی در تدارک غذا هستیم، صرفاً مواد اولیه آماده نمی‌کنیم. ما داریم احساس خودمون رو بهش انتقال میدیم تا در نهایت بتونیم احساس ما رو به کسی که میخواد این غذا رو نوش‌جان کنه داشته باشه.
Beyond that, by knowing a person's list of favorite foods, you can guess to a great extent how he thinks about different things. We want to introduce up to 51 favorite Iranian dishes, foods that will reveal your true desires. We have all experienced making this food when we were single.
کوکو سیب زمینی غذاییه که حتی فرانسوی ها هم چیزی دارن به نام هش براون.
Potato is a souvenir from the Occident which was brought to the Orient and Iran. In fact, potato is among the foods native to Peru, which was imported to Europe after Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas, and it became known to all, and from Europe it was taken to other parts of the world. In fact, potato was brought to Iran during the Qajar dynasty, and ever since, kuku sib zamini has been among Iranian dishes. You can boil potatoes, peeled or unpeeled, and then mash them and mix them with eggs and a pinch of spices. You can even add chopped scallions or chives to increase its nutritional value.
میرزا قاسمی ساده ترین المان های آشپزی، بهترین ترکیب و یه غذای کامل شما هر لحظه هر جایی میتونید اون رو تهیه کنید.
And number 40. Everyone at any age loves it if it is crispy.
چیزی که باعث خمیری شدن سیب زمینی میشه نشاسته توی سیب زمینیه که این اتفاق میتونه با قرار دادن سیب زمینی تو آب سرد نشاسته‌شو بگیریم و از خمیری شدنش جلوگیری کنیم.
The French and the Belgians, who both consider fries to have originated in their countries, have been quarreling about it for years, but it seems the Belgians are more prejudiced about these crispy slices as they opened a museum named Fries Museum in 2012.
یعنی وقتی میگیم حلیم چندین نوع حلیم ممکنه توی ذهن هر کسی بچرخه و حالا اون سبکی که با مدت زمان طولانی پخت و بعداً حالا از طریق کوبیدن یا له کردن مواد پخته شده به دست میاد بهش میگن حلیم. حالا این حلیم ممکنه با گوشتی پروتئینی مثل مرغ باشه، پروتئینی مثل بوقلمون باشه، گوشت بره باشه.
But the type of halim that is made today and is garnished with sugar and cinnamon originates in the city of Jasp in the central province of Markazi. Halim was cooked in big pots during different ceremonies, but up until some 50 years ago, when sugar hadn't come to Iran yet, people of Jasp added to halim the powder that was left from sugar lumps that were cut into pieces.
به خاطر جای گرمی که زندگی می‌کردیم معمولاً تابستون همیشه آبدوغ‌ها با نون تازه تنور، کیشمیش، گردو و دوغ محلی.
Isn't it a pity to prefer fast food to abdu khiyar? The interesting part is to know what's in it, but it is not Kinder Surprise eggs.
مثل بم میمونه. تا زمانی که باز نشده کسی متوجه نیست که چیه داخلش. ولی خب وقتی که باز میشه اون لذت نهایی رو آدم میبره.
یادمون باشه حتما باید آبش جوش باشه، کوفته رو بهش اضافه کنیم. درش هم باید باز باشه تا کوفته‌مون وا نده.
A very nutritious soup, soup pejo, Persian barley soup. Barley soup is made as entree in almost every country. A simple, healthy, and nutritious food. You just need to have a little patience to prepare it. Be careful not to burn your lips and mouth while eating it. Although kotlet, or Persian cutlet, came to Iran from Ottoman Turkish cuisine and we called it Shami for a long time, it has a French origin like many other fried foods, and today it is considered a popular picnic food.
یه غذاییه که وقتی آمادهش می‌کنی سرد میشه دیگه بیرون ببری احتیاج به داغ شدن دیگه نداره. به صورت سردش هم خیلی خوشمزه است که با گوجه و خیارشور یه ساندویچ خیلی خوب سالمی رو میشه ازش درست کرد.
The invention of kebab Turki, doner kebab, originates in Anatolia in the 19th century, but the person who made this delicious kebab globally famous is Kadir Norman from Istanbul. Kadir, who immigrated to Germany when he was 26, opened a fast food restaurant at a Berlin train station where he offered this rotating kebab that soon became popular among Germans and then was brought to other countries as well. Indeed, the real name of kebab Turki is doner kebab. Doner means rotating in Turkish. And now, food number 20, another Iranian masterpiece. Kashke bademjan, Persian eggplant dip, is another delicious Iranian food that is comprised of whey, eggplants, and some other ingredients and is usually eaten with bread.
باز همون خلاقیت آشپزی ایرانیه که به اون کشک رو اضافه میکنه که نه تنها بافت بهتری به این میده، ترکیب غذایی و ارزش غذایی اون رو کامل میکنه.
Maybe you've asked yourself why we don't have morabba bademjan, jam and eggplant dip, instead of kashke bademjan, and you haven't probably come up with an answer.
در گذشته خیلی مهم بود اگر یه غذایی رو می‌خواستن آماده کنن حتما مواد اولیه طوری کنار همدیگه قرار می‌گرفت که یکی دیگر رو بتونه اصلاح کنه و در نهایت یه غذای مفید باشه که به بدن برسه.
Maybe if the Iranians had set to work earlier, they would have claimed pasta to be their food. Lasagna is in fact another type of pasta that is prepared in layers of meat and vegetables with plenty of cheese and is usually cooked in oven.
خیلی غذای سنگینه و خوشمزه هم هستش.
Lasagna was introduced to the world by Italy, but it has assumed a different form, taste and smell wherever it has gone, based on the taste of the people of that region. Nowadays, you can easily eat lasagna as a fast food in many restaurants. And now, food number 12. What? Is it Iranian? Pizza? No way! It is said that soldiers of Darius, a Persian king, baked a type of flatbread topped with cheese and dates on their spikes, and the Greeks learned it from them. This bread went to ancient Rome from Greece, and it was commonly used in southern Italy until 1889, when a court chef named Raffaele Esposito, who wanted to appease Queen Margherita, was inspired by the Italian national flag to combine tomatoes and vegetable leaves in a way that eventually looked very much like a flag and attracted the Queen's attention. Of course, the first pizza parlors were opened in the Italian coastal city of Naples, from where pizza soon became a globally popular food.
پیتزا اگر که با پنیر خوبی درست بشه و پنیر سالمی براش انتخاب بشه، غذای به شدت سالم، کامل و مقویه.
The very first pizza parlor in Iran was founded by a man called Mr. Davut.
سال 40 یه مسابقه داشتیم تو آلمان. شب رفتیم رستوران. اون رستوران یه مغازه کوچیکی بود مثل همینجا، نوشته بود کویگستور، یه نفر بود، یعنی تند و تیز. ما شب خوریم خوشم اومد. به این آرمی که برگشت گفت اینو ببریم ایران. خب ببریم.
Mr. Davut still owns his old pizza place, and although it is compact, it has no shortages.
کاسب باید رو راست باشه، یعنی با همه باید عیاق باشه، یعنی اینجوری باشه. من هر چی که تو زندگی دارم از دو تا مشتریه. من عاشق مشتریامم. مشتریام عاشق منن. من میام اینجا این میگه بیا عکس بگیر، اون میگه عکس بگیر.
This food reminds you all of Nowruz. The smell of flowers, the smell of colorful paper sheets, the good taste of sabzi polo ba mahi, herb rice with fish. Nowruz is our ancient celebration, and all Iranian families, irrespective of their cities, religion and ethnicity and their living place, observe its traditions. One of those traditions is to eat sabzi polo ba mahi on Nowruz Eve. You just need to remove the bone of fish and marinate it for a few minutes in a mixture of olive oil and 7 spice powder so that the marinade will be completely absorbed. Your stove will take care of the rest. The rice in this food is the symbol of abundance, while herbs represent birth, fish indicates life, and in addition, there are unspoken things from the depths of our souls and hearts as Iranians. We are studying 51 delicious Iranian dishes, a selection of different types of foods including those purely Iranian and those with foreign origins, which you have voted for, from hamburgers and kebab turkey to fried chicken and ash shole qalamkar and delo jigar and kalle pache. And now, food number 10, juje kebab, Persian saffron chicken kebab. Juje kebab is one of the traditional Iranian kebabs that is very easy to make. You just need to combine chicken pieces with chopped onions, saffron, and different types of spices and let them marinate for a few hours.
نکته مهم جوجه کباب خوشمزه اینه که شما از بخش‌های مختلف جوجه استفاده بکنید.
Now fret the marinated piece of chicken on skewers and then place them over fire. That's it.
خیلی راحت آماده میشه، خیلی راحت حمل میشه، هر جایی هم پورتابل قابل اجرا کردن. شما تو پشت بون خونتون، توی سبزه، توی پارک، همه جا میتونید ازش استفاده کنید.
It is enjoyable while eating or mashing it. Ab gusht, Persian lamb and chickpea stew. Ab gusht or dizi is among the oldest Iranian foods, and almost all cuisines in the world have similar dishes to it, that is cooking meat in water with different types of herbs and seasonings.
غذای کامل، غذای خوب، اگه خوب پخته شه جا بیفته، واقعا غذای خوبیه، غذای باب میل خانواده است.
You can't probably imagine abgusht without potatoes or tomatoes in it, but as you have already noticed, it hasn't been 200 years since these two Occidental products were brought to Iran, and before that, abgusht was only made of meat, chickpeas, and water. But what gives abgusht a more original color and smell are the different types of pickles served with it. Pickles are in fact a type of common seasoning in the Orient, which are now widely used throughout the world. You should be careful that as enjoyable and beneficial as they can be and the antioxidant in them can prevent cancer, pickles are harmful for the digestive system and can even cause cancer if they are used to excess. Food number 8 is toothsome for Iranians even if they don't have any teeth. Maybe tahchin, Persian saffron rice cake, could be considered the result of Iranians' love for tahdig. It is a delicious food which does not have a complicated recipe, but it does not mean there is no need for special skills to prepare it.
هرچی ماستش ترشتره و هر چقدر دم این غذا طولانی تره، قطعا شما یه تحچین خیلی خیلی بهتری رو میتونین داشته باشین.
Let's talk about another meat dish, chenje, Persian grilled saffron lamb kebab. Cooking makes meat easier to digest and allows us to make the most use of the energy in meat. According to the latest evolution theories, what distinguishes us from the rest of the species is that we cook food.
گوشت گرم باکتری زیاد داره، در هر صورت آلوده میشه، چاقوی قصاب دست و جابجایی و اینا. بهترین روش نگهداری و فراوری و استفاده گوشت اینه که اول بره فریز شه، بعد یخزدایی بشه یا همون دیفراست بشه، بعد بتونیم گوشت رو فراوری بکنیم، مزه‌دار کنیم، برش بدیم و استفاده بکنیم.
Chenje, which is pronounced is another ancient food which dates back to the discovery of fire and hunting by early humans some 30 to 40,000 years ago. A simple and easy dish which can be a memorable and enjoyable meal in family reunions and picnics. I promise you, there is no argument about food number 6, fesenjan stew, Persian walnut pomegranate stew.
برای اینکه بخواید شما به مهمونتون خیلی احترام بذارین و بهش بگین که دوستش دارین، معمولاً جزء یکی از غذاهایی که برای مهمون میذاریم.
Perhaps fesenjan could be considered the most classic Iranian stew suitable for ceremonies, and there is great potential for its global supply.
تشکیل شده از یه پروتئینی مثل گوشت سینه مرغ که این میتونه گریل بشه به سبک غذاهای اروپایی یا سایر ملل. اون سس انار و گردویی که هر دو از المان‌های خیلی جذاب آشپزی ایرانی هستن، ما اینو میتونیم به عنوان یه سس روی اون مرغ بریزیم و به همه دنیا عرضه‌اش کنیم، به غذایی که اون آدم‌ها میدونن چجوری باید بخورنش.
We may think that the biggest problem with the food culture of different nations is the weird appearance or sometimes the different combinations they use, but this is only one side of the issue.
Is it typical Persian?
Yeah.
Yeah? What is this here? So it's basil, onion, radish. I'm not used to this, just raw radish.
It's a radish.
Which one is this?
Zereshk polo.
Zerish polo.
So these are dried pieces of fruit? Like a craisin?
Like cranberry.
But it's not cranberry.
No.
What's the Persian word? Zerish.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a lot like a craisin.
I never would have thought I'd like fruit and rice. It's sort of like rice for kids.
یه مشکلی برای رابطه بین غذاها توی بین ملل اینه که وقتی غذای یه مللی میذاری جلوی فردی از یه کشور دیگه نمیدونه چجوری باید بخوره اون غذا رو. اون فقط میدونه با کارد و چنگال باید غذا بخوره، پس اون گوجه کبابی کنار کبابو نمیدونه یا دیزی ما رو نمیدونه چجوری.
This one is different.
It's different than kebab.
This is chicken and pomegranate sauce. I've never smelled anything like this before.
ما اگر بتونیم غذاهامون رو جوری ارائه کنیم که ملل دیگه بتونن اون غذا رو بخورن یا براشون در قالب‌های خودشون قابل ارائه باشه، میتونیم آشپزیمون رو بیشتر انتشار بدیم توی دنیا و فسنجون یکی از اون غذاهاست که میشه این کارو باشه.
It's really, really sweet. Not in a bad way.
Oh wow. It's like a sweet barbecue sauce almost. I'm in like heaven right now. It is one of the best chickens I've ever had.
Yeah. The sweetness too, it's not a sugar sweetness, it's a berry and fruit sweetness.
Yeah, just like put fruit in your meat, America.
Yeah.
Persia's got it. They figured it out. They know the secret.
And finally, the top 5 foods of the list of your favorite dishes, a collection of all the scents, colors, and tastes that reveal your desires. And now, food number 5. An Iranian kebab with a Caucasian origin. Although kebab kubide, Persian ground meat kebab, is mostly known in the world as an Iranian kebab, it has a Caucasian origin and was popularized by Nasiruddin Shah, who had Caucasian roots.
برای اینکه گوشت کوبیده از سیخ جدا نشه، خب یکی اینکه سیخ باید خشک بشه کاملا. نکته دوم اینکه گوشت رو زیاد ورز نداده باشین و گرم نشده باشه گوشت. یه قلق خیلی ساده اینه که شما سر و ته سیخ رو با دستتون ببندید. یعنی وقتی گوشت رو گرفتین، بالا و پایین کباب رو با دست فشار بدین به سیخ.
This kebab is made of a combination of sheep shank and flank, and it is served with bread or rice based on the amount of the fat used in it. To better digest the fat, you could eat your kebab with sumac. Oh God, do not take away this pleasure from us. Kebab barg, Persian filet mignon kebab, is among the traditional, important and delicious kebabs, which is made of sheep sirloin and is usually eaten with chelo. You just need to mince meat and then skewer it. To make your kebab more delicious, marinate it in a mixture of onion juice, raw dried thick powder, and saffron. Just be careful about the amount of the salt in it.
خود نمک در کباب ها و در اکثر غذاها باعث میشه که غذا دیرپز بشه. دقیقه 90 میشه از نمک استفاده کرد، ولی به میزان خیلی کم. کلا عادت بکنن، اونم اگه نمک دریایی باشه باز کیفیتش از این نمک های معمولی بهتره.
Since meat is hot in nature, you'd better eat your kebab bag with fresh vegetables that will balance the nature of your food and will make it special too. Number 3. The crazy joy of chewing fresh meat. The word shish, meaning 6 in Persian, in shashlik, has nothing to do with number 6 and is a Hebrew word meaning skewer, and lik refers to any kind of meat that is skewered. Contrary to what is commonly believed that shishlik is a kind of kebab belonging to Shandi's district in the northeastern Iranian city of Mashhad, you should know that this food has been cooked with different flavors in many countries in the Caucasian region, Italy, Poland and Turkey for centuries. But what makes shishlik of Shandi special is the arrangement of meat on skewers and its unique taste.
ما ایرانیان نمک فلفلمون هستش و رزماری و نهایتاً آب پیاز هست برای ترد نگه داشتنش. بعد در کنارش خدمت شما کنم آتشی به کار میگیریم. ممکنه همون معمولی باشه، منقل معمولی باشه، ممکنه زغالی باشه. کباب سیاه نمیشه، رنگ خوب رو به خودش میگیره و لذیذتر میشه. حتی طعم اون دود این زغال کلا تاثیرگذاره توی غذا.
The best shishlik or skewered meat is usually made of lamb meat that is marinated in different types of fruit, herbs, and spices. Such a delicious food. I'm done. The first place to be emptied by guests in parties and wedding ceremonies is baghali polo ba gusht, Persian rice with broad beans and meat. It's not more than 300 years since broad beans came to Iran, yet baghali polo is one of the most popular Iranian dishes served in ceremonies. It has been a main food served in wedding parties for many years. Baghali polo can be made with meat or chicken. In any case, you'd better not over-marinate meat and allow it to keep its taste and tenderness.
غذای خیلی کاملیه، یعنی حبوبات داره، سبزیجات داره، برنج، کربوهیدرات داره و خب به شدت هم لذیذه.
It is interesting to know that baghali polo was cooked with chickpeas until the Safavid era, and it was not regarded as a very toothsome dish. But after it was made with broad beans and served with lamb shank and chicken drumsticks, it turned into an important meal for Safavid monarchs. We have so far studied 50 of your favorite foods, and now, food number 1. What do you think? It is often eaten with dough. They have made a kind of pizza with it. Every Iranian believes that his mom cooks it better than others. That's it. Qurme sabzi, Persian herb stew. Every nation is famous for a special food, and Iranians are famous for qurme sabzi in the world.
هیچ گردشگر خارجی نیست بیاد اینجا تو ایران مهمان ایرانی ها باشه از قرمه سبزی استفاده نکنه.
The reality is that Iranians' taste tends towards things that are salty, sour, or fatty, and a good qurme sabzi has these qualities all together.
قطعا مادر به خاطر اون عشقی که به فرزندش داره همیشه غذاش خوشمزه است. حالا اگه اون غذا قرمه سبزی باشه چی میشه؟ به خاطر همینه که همیشه بچه‌ها میگن قرمه سبزی مامانمون.
It is interesting to know that qurme sabzi is an invention of nomadic life. To cook qurme sabzi, Iranian nomadic tribes used roasted meat that was prepared before they moved to another place and kept in leather containers. They mixed semi-cooked meat, which they called it qurme, with a lot of onions and herbs they had collected on their way, and cooked a stew that is very much loved by all Iranians. Although qurme sabzi has never been considered a dish to be served in ceremonies, good preparation of it is a main characteristic of a good housewife. On the other hand, qurme sabzi is the only Iranian dish that has been properly modernized too. Qurme sabzi pizza. By looking at food priorities of Iranians, one can easily understand that despite all the changes that the Iranian society has undergone due to the modern world today, it still adheres to its traditional beliefs and values. And if these changes occur while we are aware of our beliefs, it can be distinguished by establishing a distinctive identity, and it can be a beacon of hope in a world that is moving towards unilateralism.